Hello everyone, this is Grandma from Grandma's Crochet Corner, and today I'm going to be working on my sweater. If you remember from past videos, if you watch past videos, I was working on this. This is for my daughter. It's a granny square sweater, and I finished one side with the sleeves and I sewed it together. So I have both the right and the left side done. Now what I am going to be doing is, she wants some granny squares, and I'm going to put probably, let's see, about 4 granny squares going down the back side, the back panel. So I am going to be crocheting the smaller granny squares. And that's what I'll be doing today. I'll probably only do maybe 1 or 2 with you all. But I'm going to put these up because I really don't need them on my desk. But I'm going to be adding more length to the sweater. And it's going to have a cuff. And of course, this is the inside. That's the one side, and then the other one's the other side. So these are the colors that my daughter picked for her sweater. I've made numerous of these sweaters, and I don't have patterns. I just go with the flow of the sweater, whatever the sweater tells me. I know that sounds weird, but in my head, I see the picture of it, and I try to put it in crochet form. So, and that's the way it is with a lot of my things. I see it, I want more of them, and I make it. And that's really that. So, since I'm making the granny squares, I think this is just going around the outer side of the sweater. So I think I'm gonna try probably making some granny squares with this as the center, and then I'll add the other 2 colors just so I can have some of this. I know that to me this doesn't match, but my daughter wanted it, so it's her sweater. It's her sweater, and I love that for her. So I'm sure everybody knows how to make a granny square. I'm not doing anything fancy. I have on other ones. I am just doing a basic granny square. And I start out with 4, chain 4. I do a slip knot in there. And I spread that out a little bit so I have a center. Get all my yarn here situated. Then I go ahead and chain. I'm going to chain 3. That counts as one of my double crochets. I'm sure you all know how to, if you know crochet, basically know how to do a granny square, I think. But I'll go slow so you guys can follow along. So I'm just gonna, gotta get more yarn. More yarn. And more yarn. Whoops, wrong side. So I'm doing basic double crochets. I count that as one of them. I'm gonna have a set of 3, chain 2, then I'll do another set of 3. And I'm going to go right over this yarn as I'm going around this. That tail, I want to bury it in my stitches. And again, I'm going to do a set of 3. I got 3, I'm going to chain 2. And do another set of 3 double crochets. Now I'm assuming you all know how to do a double crochet. Now I'm going to do another chain 2. Because that chain 2 is going to be our corner. Two. And 3. Now see, I've got 4 sets of 3. Now, since this is my last chain 2 space, I'm not actually going to chain 2 and connect. I'm actually going to do a half double crochet connect. And so I want to go up to the top of that chain 3 and do a slip stitch. Well, it's going to be a half double crochet, but I got to pick that up. And see, now I have 3, a half double crochet. I would go through all 3 of those, and that's my corner. So now I have 4 corners. I'm going to chain 3, 2, 3. That counts as one of my double crochets. I'm going to add 2 double crochets to go with that chain 3. That's a half a corner. I'm going to come over to here. I'm not going to do any chains. I'm just going to slide right over there. I'm going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, this is the 3rd one. I'm going to chain 2 because I'm going to make a corner. Then I'm going to turn my work and go into this side. So each corner is going to have 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. Just like that. That's a corner. Get more yarn. I'm not going to do any chains here. I'm just going to go right over to the next corner, and I'm going to make, again, 3 double crochets, chain 2, then 3 double crochets. Whoops, slipped right off my hook. Just like that. Chain 2, then 3 more double crochets. I'm going to be changing colors after this round. So see, that's 2 corners right there. I'm going to come over here. Do 3 double crochets and chain 2, 3 double crochets in this corner as well. Chain 2, then 3. I still have a little lingering cough and hoarseness. I must have caught a bug or something. So there we have our 3 corners right there. Now we're going up to the last corner of this round, and as you can see, we already have 3 double crochets. Well, the chain 3 is a considered a double crochet here. So I'm going to add, to make my corners like this, I have to add another 3 double crochets. Now, since I'm going to be changing colors, this is a great place to change colors, is when you're done with the row and you're, excuse me, we're done with the row. I'm going to make that half double crochet, remember? Go up to the top of that chain 3, go right in there, pull that out. Now I have 3 loops for my half double crochet, but I plan on changing colors right there. So I am going to put that down. I'm going to use my brown, which is a rat's nest here at the moment. Let's see if I can find the end piece. Oh, wow. Don't you just love it when you got stuff like this? Now, I have a yarn winder. I need to wind this up because this is a mess. But since I don't really need a lot of it, maybe I can just use, yeah, I'm just going to use this outer, oh, that is the outer part. Okay, very good. That worked out good because that was a mess. So I have my 3 loops, and what I'm going to do is bring, this is how I change colors on everything, even if it's in the middle of a row. I put that through those 3 loops. Whoops, what did I do? Well, let me take that out and start over again. I want a clean plate here. So you're going to do a half double crochet. Got to get into that top chain. So you have 3 loops. Bring up your next color onto that loop, and you finish that half double crochet, and you make a loop. So you lock that chain right there, those 3, just like you would normally on a half double crochet. But then I come back here, I'm going to cut off this yarn, and I'm going to tie my yarn right like that. I'm going to weave this in when I get done with my, so I go ahead, I tie my knot, and I'm ready to go with my next color. See how simple and neat that makes it? So I'm going to go ahead and chain my 3. That's my double crochet, because I'm going to have 3. Whoops, I do not want to carry that yarn over there. Let's bring that back out. Where the heck did it go? We gotta hold that down. See? Alright, there's my 3. Let's hold these down. Get over there. Now go in. It's just a matter of making those end pieces cooperate with us. So there we go. We got our 3. Even that chain 3 is considered a double crochet. Now I'm just going to hold those down while I go around this. So I'm going to go into that hole right there and put in 3 double crochets. Go into here, and I'm going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochet, because it's the corner. Chain 3, 2 chains, a chain, yeah, come over here and do 3 double crochets. And it's just a basic granny square. See, there's my corner. And this is I'm gonna make probably 4 of these. I don't know if I need 4, I might need 5. When I'm all done with my granny squares, I'll stitch them together and see if they fit. If not, I'll make another one. If I have too many, I won't use one. And that's how I crochet. It's like crazy. I make it up as I go. I mean, I can go by a pattern. I do all the time. And this is why you want to cake your yarn and not leave it in a mess. Gotta cake up my yarn. I'll do that later. Yes, I have a yarn winder. Doesn't mean I always use it when I need to. Now we're at a corner, so I'm gonna do my 3 double crochets and chain 2s. Sometimes if you just shake it, you loosen up the rat's nest. Some people call it yarn bath, yarn bar. Yarn bath, yeah. Chain 2, 3 double crochets. I probably should have gone down a needle size on these, but it'll still work for what I want it for. Now, I call these spacers because I'm just adding space. Yeah, you would have to be a very petite person to wear the sweater as like that. You got to add in more rows of something or other. So what I do is I go ahead and add granny squares. Why not? But you don't have to add the granny squares. You can just do a couple of rounds in the back, on the back panel, and in the front panel, then stitch them together. You know what? I'm going to do 2 colors, 2 rows of this color. So it's 2 rows of each color. So right here, now this is a chain 2 corner, but where I'm connecting it, I am going to do a half double. Just like that. I know it's a dark color, you can't see very good. There's my half double. I'm gonna do 3 chains and then continue going. Some people, when they do that chain 3 at the start, they turn their work. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on what it is I'm working on. Now on this row, the inside between the corners is gonna have 2 holes. Now I'm hoping really that if I make these a little bit larger, I won't have to make 5. I can get away with making just 4, I think. Maybe even just 3. We'll see. Put them together and see if it fits in. More yarn barf. Don't you just love this? This is why you cake things up. Grandma, cake it up and you won't have to worry about this. I know. Crazy. Let me just get through this row. Just like that. Going around the corner. Yeah, now, if I wasn't videoing this, and on the when I began, I would have just taken out and got a smaller needle, a smaller hook, rather. Now, I always say needle, but I mean hook. I don't crochet, so I mean, I don't knit, so I don't know why I call it a needle. There. It's getting there. It's getting there. Just like that. Now I'm at the corner. Now what I will do after I make this panel, this one square, is I'll stop the video and I'll go ahead and make my panel, and then I will come back at the end and show you what I mean by putting them all together. How does that sound? Because I'll just sit here and make 4 of them. But you guys don't need to see me make 4. You probably don't need to see me make this one, but we're gonna do it. So what do y'all have on the hook? I always ask and no one ever tells me. Nobody tells me things. What I really need to do is come on live and work on this later. And just work on the sweater live, and people can pop in or out. Watch what they want, leave, come back later to... That's probably what I'll do. I'll have hours of just working on a sweater. Five hours live. Of this old lady crocheting. Now, I don't have to make all my squares the same color scheme. I can make it, do brown in the middle. I probably will, and then have this color on the outside. That might work well as well. I mean, you can do all kinds of things. My problem is I just don't see how this color matches, but I don't have to wear it. And it is a pretty color by itself, though. And we're at the last round. This is where we're going to change colors. Do these 3. Thank goodness, because this is turning into a knot. There's my 3rd one. Now I'm going to do that half double crochet into that chain, top of the chain 3, just like that. Now I'm going to come over here and grab another mess. Yes, as soon as I finish this video, I am going to turn these into cakes. Look at this. This is such a mess. Holy Toledo. Wow. I have a mess. I have a mess. All right. Yeah, I haven't worked on this for a while, obviously. Yeah, I've had house guests, and I'll probably have some more in the next day or 2. I might spend the night going up through back to Maine. So, and there we have that. Now I'm going to come back here, cut my brown. Now I'll weave all these in when I get all of them done. I don't like having my ends out. They're just so messy. I got a few. I pretty much kept that one up. My panels for my sweater, I kept all those down. So I'm gonna do a chain 3. I already got one there. 2, 3. Try to hold these down. Try to even catch them. There. There we go. We'll do 2 rounds of this color. I don't know. I almost wonder if I ought to just make these squares all one color. Maybe put this in the middle. See, the options are bountiful. There's a lot of different ways you can throw together. You just brainstorm as you go. More yarn. Oh, what a mess I have here. Why did I stop when it was like this? I don't know. And guess where I'm going right after this video? Right straight to the yarn winder, because I do not like dealing with this. There, we're off again. Yeah, we'll do 2 rounds. The more I think about it, the more I think I am gonna make some solid granny squares, I think. But yeah, doing a corner, so it's 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. Yeah. Yeah, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking I like the idea of just having a solid granny square of that reddish color, and then connect the 3 with like brown. More yarn. More yarn. there. Toodaloo. Let's see, last week, was it Thursday, Friday? No, Saturday. It was Saturday. We had a rainstorm. And after the rainstorm was over, we decided we were going to go to Hobby Lobby. Well, the storm wasn't over. It stormed all the way to Hobby Lobby, even to the point of going over, you know, water covered like a river roadways. It was crazy. It was flooding and everything. We made it to Hobby Lobby. I got some yarn and, of course, came back and did a video on the yarn haul. Well, it must have been pretty much the same day, because another person watched my video and had also got caught up going to Hobby Lobby in a rainstorm to get some yarn and other things, looking around. And I thought that was something else. When that watcher commented and I watched her video, I thought, well, the same experience. Who would have thought that two different people from different parts of the world would get caught in a rainstorm, probably on the same day or close to it, while waiting to go into Hobby Lobby or going to Hobby Lobby. Both being new channels. Her being her first part of her channel. So I think it was fate. So I just decided, well, I think I will go and subscribe to her channel. See what else happens upon our journey that is about the same. And her channel, in case you guys want to go check out the almost same kind of video, our journeys, is over, hers is, let's see, what was it, pumpkin and pie. The pie being P-I, so pumpkin and pie. Need to check out her first video. Pumpkin and pie. Going to Hobby Lobby get caught up in a storm. See how desperate we are to get yarn? We're all yarn addicts. We do desperate things for yarn. Well, I can't help it. This is what I do the majority of my day. I just crochet, crochet, crochet. And I gotta have it. Not that I don't have enough already. I've got lots of yarn. If I didn't buy any more yarn, I think I will be all set for about maybe 2 years or more. Maybe. Depends on what kind of projects. Well, blankets take me a while. Depends on the blanket too, though. Well, I can make a blanket a lot faster than I can make one of these sweaters. The panels I can do is thinking about how I'm going to put them together. Because when I make these sweaters, every sweater it's like its own thing. It's like my mind just decides on what to do in that spare of the moment. Because I don't go by a pattern when I make these sweaters. I just do. And I can already tell I want to do this in a solid. I want to do these squares in a solid of this yarn. I think it would look so much better. So I think this might be like the middle piece, and then put two solids around it or something. Because why waste what I've already done, right? This can be like the centerpiece. And that's how I make up I call them my crochet stories. This is like a story being put together, being written. You know, my projects. You know, there's times, of course, I do all kinds of things, like Juan the Yarn Addict. I do like his channel and Mishy's. So lots of times I'll do their tutorials, or, you know, so I am going by someone else's yarn story, their tutorials, their yarn story. To me, they're yarn stories. And when I'm making the sweater for my daughter, I think of my daughter while I'm making it. So I feel like I'm putting in memories into the sweater as I'm making it. All of Jenny's childhood, you know, the day she was born, all the little crazy things she did, and I'll even laugh while I'm making it because I'm going down memory lane. I feel like I'm adding memories, you know, so it's like a gift, a memory gift. Even though she won't never know about all those memories, I was thinking while I was making it, it's still, those memories are in here like it's in its genetics. Pouring out my memories. Isn't that weird? I know. Grandma's crazy. You can tell me. Grandma, you're crazy. Everyone tells me I'm crazy. But I really do. It's like an extension of my, you know, it's not craftiness. What do I want to say? It's an extension of me, really. My thoughts, my ideas, my art world, you know, the whole thing. It's a part of me. This will always be a part of me, even though she wears it and it'll be hers. And I poured all my memories into this, like it's a folder, you know. Adding all my memories into a folder. I know. You can tell me I'm crazy. So all the things that I make for people, I think of them while I'm going down memory lane. And I love when I think about it, like my daughter, I made her a blanket. And while I made that blanket, she's getting it for Christmas, I thought of her, the day she was born, and breastfeeding her, and how she just cuddled and snuggled in and would fall asleep in my arms. And, you know, I thought of all those memories. So one day, when I'm gone, she'll be wrapped up in that blanket, knowing that as I made it, I thought of her and poured all my love into that blanket that she now has wrapped herself in. So she'll wrap herself in the love that I have for her after I'm gone. That's how I see it. So, I don't know. It's crazy, I know. I know, Grandma's crazy. But when you're making things for people, I hope that you're thinking of them. Because this is made out of pure love. One day my daughter will be wearing it when I'm not here, and I hope she thinks that. Mommy's got her arms around me, because I do. And that's one of the reasons why I love to crochet things for people. I'm giving them a part of myself. My thoughts and ideas and memories all was poured into that item, whether it was a sweater, a blanket, you know. Here we go, we're at the end. Now all Grandma's crazy stories are over. right there. And there we go, just like that. Now I might go back because this is very, very, it is going to be in the sweater, so it'll be surrounded. But sometimes when you have something that's this flimsy, if you add like it's calling out that I should add another single crochet around the whole thing, and if I do that, I'll use this color here and add a single crochet, and it'll make it much sturdier, if that makes sense. So that's my granny square that I'm going to end up putting when I have them all made, of course. Let's see. Oh, this is, I'm opening it up wrong. I'll show you here now. So what this will be is right in there. And it'll go like this, and I'll have multiple, it looks like maybe 3, having 3 going down this, and then the other one would get sewn in over here. And then you just crochet your borders around it, you know, it'll work, it'll work. Although it would go this way, because this will be on the inside. This is going to be on the outside, if you know what I mean. But yeah, if I was to, when I do this, I need to do a, and then just put this one like in the middle, and then put these ones surrounding it. I think I'll probably need, if I do a single crochet around each panel, I would just need probably 3, because I would do another, this way of crocheting these together where you can use this granny stitch to attach them together. I might do that. If I do that, I probably only need 3 to make, and that means just make it out of that. But we'll see. I'll be thinking about it. See, I'm already thinking about it, and I'm talking out loud on how I want to do this. But again, this would be on the other side. I'm just looking at it right like that. But that is how the sweater is going to go. And then she wants the cuffs made out of this material as well. And I have to go along the outer border with this. And I only have 2 scans of this, so I got to be careful how I'm using it. There is always that. So, there's that. So, on that note, I think I'm going to say goodbye. It's been fun. I'm going to sit back and make some more granny squares, and then I'll come back later and we'll attach it to the sweater, and then we're going to start just crocheting all the way around. And I always do my cuffs last. I do the sleeves and the cuffs. I like getting it all one piece so I can just make sure my cuffs are the same. Some people will stop and do their cuffs now. I don't. It's like I think of one process at a time, and I've already started doing my granny squares. I'm hoping it's not going to be too big, but no. She likes her sweaters bulky, like what I call a boyfriend sweater. She likes them bulky, but it is going to be longer. But once I put these 3 panels, 3 of these, get them in, and then I'll add more rows with the sweater, the whole sweater on the bottom. So this, I think it'll be all right. I think it'll look all right. Again, I wish I would have done this color and not this color. Or just keep it this, but she wanted this added, so It's her sweater. It's her sweater. She's got to wear it. What it is she likes these two colors together, but she also likes this color and she wants to add it to it. So there's that. I'm going to make me some more of this, and I'm going to cake up these rat's nest. I call rat's nest. Let's see, get all this. Yeah, I got to get this all organized. I can't work like this. And I'll see you tomorrow or later tonight. Maybe I'll even go live and put these panels in all at once. That we could do. And I will see you all later then. Have a good one. I am going to clean up my mess, take this yarn, and make dinner, and that's that. Baby's over there sleeping away. She didn't want to come over here. So be nice to one another. Love on your pet. And rescue one if you don't have one, or at least consider rescuing. They do make beautiful pets. At least so far, I've had 3 rescues so far, and they've all been great dogs. Great, great pets. So I'm going to say bye-bye. And this time I mean it. Bye-bye.